to our new CMA, Denitra, and think about the 3 questions that we answered at the very beginning of the session in terms of what we would want to know about Denitra's performance and how we would help improve her performance throughout the course of the spring. So, from the policies and tools that we have in place this summer, what answers do you see reflected in this document in terms of where you would get information to help you evaluate Denitra? What do you see reflected in handout 1 that you had already thought about in the opening? Can I clarify? Jamae.
Like the vision of excellence, for example?
And what about the vision of excellence specifically?
Oh, just that would be something that we would use to evaluate her performance.
Yep, so we can look at Denitra's performance and we can look at the vision of excellence and make a connection between the two to help us say, where is she strong and where in this vision of excellence might we actually need to work with her so that she's where she needs to be by the time she's working with her core members. Great. Other things you see reflected in this handout 1 that would help you gather information in order to evaluate Denitra's performance. Rachel.
Well, it says something about like a timeline or the indicators of struggle, so I think you'd know how to prioritize your actions at different times in the institute or which data to collect at which point.
Yep. I think one of the great things about that is that it will also give you a sense of what the common struggles are, so that it's not something that you're just developing on your own, but you can say, okay, all of this, historical information we have about Institute helps us create this list, so it's not something that you have to come up with on your own this summer. Any other points about Denitra's performance and how you will accurately be able to evaluate it that came through on this document? There's a lot of other stuff on this document.
I didn't have it before, but I like the core values rubric just in terms of being able to, through the phone calls and the assignments and everything, be able to check against that and see strengths and weaknesses. So I'll get it for values.
Yep. So giving you some guidance about, well, what does it actually mean if somebody is particularly strong in relentless pursuit of results? Or what does it mean, if I do have maybe a concern about respective humility, let me look at this so I can see where that falls within how we think about, performance against the core values. How about this question? What information would you like to have in order to really help Denitra improve? What do you see in these policies and tools that will help you know how to coach Denitra most effectively? I think people have kind of mentioned a couple of things already.
In the tracking guide, there's suggestions for specific actions as well.
Yep, so once you've highlighted a particular area of struggle, it will give you a little bit of a menu, honestly, to choose from for how to actually then support this staff member in that particular area. Great. What else exists that will help you know how to develop Denitra once you know her strengths and weaknesses? Tasha.
And the 2x2, when she's coming up with her strengths and her areas of growth, when we talk about that, then we can look at whether they are aligned,
Yes.
and we can come up with a plan to help her with the areas of growth.
Yep, definitely. That 2x2 at the midpoint of Institute is a great opportunity to sort of step back and see if you and your staff members are on the same page about performance, about strengths, and areas for growth. And then this question, in terms of when you would evaluate Denitra, what did you learn about when is the right time to evaluate your staff by reading through handout 1? When is the right time? All the time, right? Kind of teed that one up for you. But yes, there are different policies and tools for different points in the staff member experience. But the answer here is clearly that you should always be collecting this information. And as I said at the beginning of the session, you should always have a really good sense of what your staff members' strengths and areas for growth are. You're just